Hello? Okay. Um, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. So give good evening to all. So let me just wait for a while. We wait until 8:40. Then we directly go to breakout session. We will start. Before that, okay, assalamualaikum. Very good evening to all. So we will start with the breakout session, which is on chapter 2. So I already mentioned in Telegram that you already should be able to go through the what are the exercises for tutorial 2 extra tutorial. So based on that, we are going to do 30 minutes breakout session, and then after that we will come back roughly about 9 to discuss the continuation of the tutorial 1B, which is on discrete time chapter 1. And then we will discuss on the convolution that you did for this today breakout session. So hopefully we can finish it. Maybe I cannot actually cover all for the chapter 2. I will select I will select a few of the samples. Okay, not all. Most of them are almost similar. So I will take few group to actually present their solution. Okay, so we wait for a while. Okay, if you, uh, I will open the tutorial. Okay, so hopefully you able to see this my screen right now. So okay, if you go to the revision chapter 2 part, okay, I already upload two types of PDF. First one is the revision extra tutorial. So in the breakout session is that I already divided the task. So group 1, breakout session for group 1 will answer question 9, and group 2 also question 9. And then group 3, 4 until 8 will answer accordingly according to the question given. Okay, and this one tutorial will be referring to this tutorial revision extra tutorial. So open that tutorial, download the PDF. Okay, so we have tutorial extra. So if you go to that tutorial, they have a question lah, list of question there. And then also I uploaded the past year question. So past year question, maybe we don't have time to do that, but at least we will go through. Oh, okay, let me see how to go about the today revision. Okay, do you want maybe we will go through one of the past year question. We have I uploaded two types, two question types, which is question 1 and question 2. Okay, past year question. If for question 1, Eh? Question 1. Okay. If you see here is the past year question. Question 1 is, I think it's a few years back. So question 1, this one is comprising based on chapter 1. So if you see here is that question 1, you are given this type of question. So sketch the signal. Question B is the same thing. So you need to illustrate a new transformation based on this equation. Okay. So you are given question 1A. So based on question 1A1, illustrate a new signal transformation if you are given Yn. So you will see that question B is actually referring to the question A part. Okay. And then by C is that by replacing n with 2n minus 1, then you're going to replace the n value inside this part. Okay, you're going to replace it by n 2n minus 1. So what will happen to the equation? Okay, so all of the question A, B, and C is related to each other. Okay, and next is D is you see that you're given this type of signal flow graph. Okay, so plot for Zn, and E is that determine and draw the output based on Z odd signal. Okay, so all of it are all interconnected. Right, so this is how example of question 1 past year question for final exam look like. So if you go to the question 2 part, question 2 past year question, okay, question 2, okay. So question 2 will cover the convolution. Convolution. It's either convolution integral or convolution sum. So for the case of this, okay, directly you can see that the question A is actually convolution sum because it's n. N means that in the discrete time, so it's convolution sum automatically. So you can go through the question, look like, oh, okay, this is how the question look like. But for today, is that I'm focusing on the tutorial. Okay, you can go and look at the past year question. If we have time later on, maybe additional revision for that past year question, we can go and look at what are the solution. Okay, but but as you know, normally I won't give you the solution. Okay, student will need to earn it, means that they need to actually I ask you like to submit to the Padlet, and then we will discuss. So that is how you earn it, by actually going through the tutorial, and after that we will discuss if it's correct or wrong. Okay, so right now okay, I'm going to stop the screen. Okay, we have already about roughly 24 participants. Okay, so we have, and then we have one, two, we have 8 group. 8 group, 23. Okay, 22 lah, minus me, divide by 8. So roughly about 3%. Okay, 3%. So I'm going to do the breakout session right now. So now we are at 8:42. So roughly about, I think don't want to take too much time, but anyway, I will give you time lah. Okay, so 8:42. Okay, so roughly about 9:10 lah. 9:10 we will come back again, right? So I'm going to set the breakout session right now. Enable breakout session. 8 group. 8 group. 8 group. Assign automatically. Okay, create assignment. Okay, I'm going to alright, so you are already breakout into the group. So right now you will start. We come back at 9:10. Roughly 9:10. Okay, so this is for tutorial 2. Tutorial 2. Okay. Okay, let's start. Okay? Okay, guys. So, we are going to discuss tutorial 1B first, eh? Okay, so, for tutorial 1B, okay, since the question that we have is we have total 6 questions, but I'm going to pick the question that is I feel as difficult compared to others. So I'm going to select question 2, 3, and 4. So for question 2, let me see which group uploaded for that question. Question 2. Oops. So question 2 Question 2. Alamak, question 2 soalan dia. Can you hear me?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, boleh. Alright. Let me just look at question 2 group mana yang jawab. Okay, question 2, 2A and C. 2A, A and C, group 3. So group 3. Okay, group 3. Tan Ziying. Tengah tengok Okay, Tan Ziying dah jawab. Tan Zihui dah pernah jawab. Nur Azam. Okay, dah pernah jawab jugalah. Okay, so for group 3, can I get a volunteer? Group 3, tutorial 1B. Either Tan Ziying, Tan Zihui, or Nur Azam. Okay, any volunteer? Okay, please share your screen. So for question 2A and C. Anyone? Ada tak ni? Tan? Tak ada. Tan Ziying ada?
Yes, madam.
Tan Ziying.
I'm still. I already forget how I done this.
Forget how to?
How I done this question.
Okay, think a bit. Okay, think a bit first. Okay. How about the rest? Okay, just go through the rest of the student. Go through the one that you upload tutorial 1B. I already mentioned that today we are going to discuss tutorial 1B. So you should go through what you have uploaded in the Padlet. Okay, so I give you like 5 minutes to compose yourself, Tan. Either one lah. Your group members group 3 Tan Ziying, Tan Ziho, or Hui, or Nur Azam Okay, the rest of student, lepas ni I'm going for question 2B and C. Okay, and then question 3 and question 4. So be prepared. Question 2A. 2A very simple kan? 2A and C. 2A is simple. 2C a bit difficult lah, but not that difficult. Tan?
Okay,
Masih
madam.
lagi tengah fikir?
I need. Boleh.
Boleh Siapa nak jawab? Zihui ke?
Ya, saya.
Okay. Share your screen
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Share my screen. Okay, share Padlet. Wait.
It's okay. You cannot answer now, but don't you but do
Okay.
do okay. So today we discuss. Okay. So question 2A.
Okay, so question 2A. So basically, first is the step input. So minus 2 will be delay for 2 seconds. So we start with 2 lah. So 2 until the rest. And the other one is UN minus 6 is start with 6. So after that, you minus will get the step input in between 2 and 6 lah. Between 2, 3, 4, 5 have a value of 1 lah. Amplitude of 1.
I would suggest for your group okay, don't forget to write there the amplitude value 1 for the n from 2 to 5 just put there at 1
Okay.
okay. So next
Okay.
2C.
Next will be n minus 2, right? So n minus 2 will be the ramp input lah. So for un minus 6.
Kejap Tan, can you make zoom a bit too small lah.
Zoom. Okay, sure.
Besarkan sikit. Okay. Malam-malam ni dia tak boleh kecil sangat besar sikit.
Okay.
Mata I pun nak tertutup. Okay. Explain a bit. Explain again.
So for un minus 2 minus un minus 6, as we get above lah, so from the signal is 2 to 5, and then the n minus 2 will be the ramp amplitude. So minus 2, which means go down for 2 value, and then we will get the value like this lah. So from negative 2 until the rest lah.
Okay. So okay, that's all Is it that's all? So you
Yes.
multiply it? Do you multiply the
Yes,
answer?
we multiply it, then we get like this.
Let me just look at your answer. Sekejap 2C 2C. Sekejap. Yeah, I don't have the answer. But can I look back again onto the top value just now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is n minus 2. Okay, can go down. So the question is that u minus 2 minus nu minus 6 Okay, so, cut off the rest will be cut off at nu minus 6 Okay. Alright, so looks okay to me. So anyone who do not still know how to plot n minus 2? Tan, can you go up, move up? Show the dah keluar.
Sorry.
What
should I show?
I want you to show the n minus 2 plot. I just want to ask the rest of the student.
N minus 2, yes.
Okay, in the chat, okay, or you can just unmute your mic. Pergi bawah lagi. Okay, n minus 2 and n minus 6 is un minus 2 and n minus 6 is easy the one that I want to see is that the n minus 2 value. Bawah. Okay, this one
Yeah.
Bawah lagi.
Okay, this one.
This one okay. So any of the student do not know how to get the n minus 2 because if you see I show the screen. I please
Okay, sure.
Okay. So if you see this part this is the question This is question. So you have the first question is the step input lah. So you are normally I would suggest you do the easier one, which is the step input kan. You know that which one is step input, which is unit ramp kan. So actually when you look at this equation, you see there are two types. First one is that the step input. This one, un minus 2 minus un minus 6. Why you know that it's a step input? Because you have the u in front. U and then in bracket, square bracket. Then you know it's a step input. Okay. Then I know that there's a ramp over here because I have in the normal bracket is n minus 2. That's the ramp value. It's similar to if you have the continuous time signal. You have t only kan? T. You know? T, if you have t is ramp. T minus 2 is, you know that it's being delayed Delayed, shifted to the right side. So it's similar. Like what you have learned in the continuous time, you have n. N is what? Ramp value. And n minus 2 is actually shifting of the ramp value to the right side. Okay? So, hopefully everybody understood that In the chat, can you just write there, understood? or no? Yes or no? Write down in the chat. Okay, thank you, Tan, for group 3.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Okay. So write down in the chat. I want to know that everybody understood that, because this is the general concept that you need to understand. If you don't understand that concept of why n minus 2 is actually a RAM, why isn't it a step input? Okay, then you have problem to answer final exam later on. Okay, so right there, please, I want 24 student to answer in the chat, yes or no. Okay, right now. Right now, right there. 4. Tadi jawab Tan Zihui ya?
Saya.
Okay.
Tan Ji-hu.
Group 4. Where's group 4? Okay, group 4 ada, wow, ramai orang. 5 orang Okay, let me just check in the chat. Okay, semua ada? Yes. Okay, I'm sure by now student should be able to actually plot that RAM value no matter if it's given a continuous time or discrete time. Okay, so next question is question 2B and D. 2B and D is group 4. So group 4, kejap, I tengok list Liu, okay, Liu tak jawab lagi, tak pernah jawab lagi. Liu Jin, tapi I pilih Melayu lah kot. Tadi dah Chinese kan. Kejap, Muhammad Zul Hakim. Okay, Muhammad Zul Hakimi. Muhammad Zul Hakimi ada tak?
Yes, Doctor. Ada.
Okay. Please share your screen.
Oh, okay.
Share your screen
Okay. Can Doctor see my screen?
Alright, besarkan lagi. Alright. Okay. So, okay, B. Okay,
So,
right.
question B and D. So for question B, we has the equation. So we will multiply the n into the bracket to get this equation. So we do one by one equation. First, we do n u n, and we know n is for discrete time signal, and at the front is for RAM input. So we can see the graph is RAM input like this. So next we do the minus nu, n minus 7. Minus n is show the RAM input, but it going down and start at 7 because we has n minus 7, so it shift into 5, 7, and from 6 until 1 is 0. So we might minus both equation and we get this 1 until 6 is prime input, but 7 until infinity is 0 because both equation is cancel each other.
Right. Okay.
So
Wait for a minute. Okay. So I look at your answer. Okay. I would say your answer is correct. Okay. It's correct. Okay. Technically, it's correct. It's a difficult way lah. Okay. The way you answer it. Okay. And you might make mistake later on. Okay. So let me just explain what I mean by it. Okay. So group apa tu tadi? Group 4 So let me just explain it. Siapa tadi? Zulul Hakimi Boleh you unshare your screen? I nak share my screen. Sekejap screen saya. Oh. Okay. Screen. Oh, ini. Okay. Okay, nampak Nampak screen saya? Okay. Okay. Okay, if I were to give you marks on this, okay, I would say that, okay, the final answer is correct. Okay, correct. All of these are correct. Just that, okay, I know that some of students also, maybe they are doing how you do the answer is a different way. Yeah? So let me just explain it. So you need to plot n, okay, n, un minus un minus 7, okay, and you have a bracket over here, okay. So as what group 3 just now did, okay, I remember I actually divide it into two parts. Okay, you know that, oh, okay, this one is, I know that it's a step input because why? You have un in the bracket, okay, so it's a step input. So I'm going to draw this step input first because step input is easy to draw, okay, and then I know that I have RAM value, so this is a step input. Another one is a RAM. Why there's a RAM? Because you have n value only, okay, and there is no shifting to the RAM, so it's a very easy RAM value, okay. So if you draw that out, okay, for the equation number 2 there, okay, equation number 2, okay, so you have from 0, okay, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, so I can directly eyeball this answer. So you have un. So you have un with the amplitude 1, 1, 1. This one is 0. And then this one is, this one is 0. Then you have 1, 1, 1. And then un minus 7, right? So you actually have this all at 1. And then starting 7, you have 0. Okay? So this is, you get the first equation, un minus 2. So actually, if you see here, the equation is that you actually multiply equation 1 times equation 2. So now we are going to draw out the second equation. Okay, don't forget to plot out all the axes, the correct axes. So same axis value, 0, 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to just write there. This is minus 1. This is at 1 value. Okay, so this one will be equation 1. So equation 1 is RAM value. So RAM value is at linear. So you know that you have axis 1 and minus 1 here. So it's a RAM value. So you will get something like this. Okay, RAM value. Okay, minus 2, minus 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you see here, now, oh, okay, it's very direct. Just multiply signal 1 times 2, right? So you will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you're going to multiply this. Now, you will see that at this point, okay, at this point, and at this point, all the value is 0. Okay, this point. And then at minus 1 and minus 2 is the value, you have a value, but when you multiply, you get a 0 point. So you have 0 times minus 2, you get 0. Minus 2 and minus 1 also 0. Then you get 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 you have 1. 1 times 2 you have 2. Sorry, malam-malam je my tablet ni tak boleh jalan. Okay, 3. Okay, and then next is 4. And so on lah, because this one you have until RAM value kan, until infinity kan. So you have 4, 5, 6. And at 0 point you have 0 times whatever value you get a 0. Okay, so if you see here, the answer is actually correct. Same. Just that, which one is much more simpler? Is it group 4 answer is easier, or my answer is easier? Which one? Guys, in Webex, can you please comment there? Which one? Group 4 or my? Or Dr. Mariam? Which one is easier? Left or right? Right, eh? Okay, right or my answer. Okay, so please try to okay, what group this group did was it's correct. It's actually correct, but you actually expand it. You expand the equation. You have n un minus n un minus 7. The thing is that when you plot all everything like this, you need to remember that always remember that to write out the amplitude value. Reason why, if you forget to plot to actually write out the amplitude value, you might, when you add this, you might add it wrongly. So this is what value, okay? And then you see that actually n minus 1 un is actually plus, right? This equation, because the group 4 already minus this value. So remember that, okay? Just afraid that student will make the silly mistake of minus this value and you will get the wrong answer in the end. Okay, so I would say this way of answering is correct, but you will actually make more mistake if you use the left method. So you try to use the simpler method. Don't for sometimes some of the equation do not need to be expanded. You can directly draw out accordingly. Okay, so that one will be on question 2B. Okay. Okay, next is siapa tadi? Zul Hakimi. 2D pula. Can you share 2D? Same thing 2D juga. Hopefully you tak expand lah. Did you expand that? 2D.
Expand juga.
Expand juga.
Expand juga.
Expand juga. Takut you akan buat mistake when you expand it. And even for me to check it out, if for me for lecturer when we mark student answer is that for cases like this, plot the equation, I will directly go to the last plotting, which is if you get the last plotting is correct, then I will assume that the rest will be correct. So I just go through the final answer. If it's correct, then I will just skim up to all of the steps that you did. So if it's all correct, then I will give full marks. But when I skim down to the final answer, if it's wrong, then I need to go up again and check which part that you actually mistake. Okay, so parts that you didn't answer correctly will not get marked. So I would suggest do not expand it, because when you expand it, chances are that you are going to make mistake. So, but anyway, let's look at group 4 punya answer. Okay, Hakimi?
Okay, first we expand the equation. So first we do the first equation, first part, which is negative n plus 8 u n minus 6. So the intercept is at 8 and the line from 8 until until 8 we make a line. So the discrete time signal is at start at 6 because at here we has time shifting at 6, so we start from 6 until infinity. Next we do the second part of the equation. Same as the line is same as the above line, but it reversal, so it because it has minus at the front, so it start from minus 8 and shift to the right until 9. So the final answer is from 6 until the amplitude to 1, and 9 until infinity is 0 because it cancel each other.
Okay. Let me just look at that. Can you go up? Okay, I know that the first equation, if I write out the step equation, then I have the value from 6 to 8, one value, amplitude. And now is to actually plot for minus n plus 8. Okay, so minus n plus 8, you know that if you have n is this value, then if it's inverse, then you're going to have its inverse in this position. Okay, inverse. Okay, and you know that it's already being shifted to the left side. So if I look at your, can you go move up again a bit? I need to see the equation. Okay, minus n. This one is minus n plus 2. Is it correct? Any of the group answer the question? Any of the other group answer the question? I don't think this is correct. Go down. Minus n plus 8. Okay. Because you see, minus 8, minus n plus 8, how does it look like? If you were to draw it out. Using the concept of time shifting and time reversal. Okay, a group member, can you try to draw it out and then shoot it in the, share in the screen? Minus n plus 8, how does it look like? Guys? Guys? Anyone? Anyone want to share the screen? I'm not going to give the answer. This class is revision class. Supposedly not going to give answer, but student need to cooperate in discussion. Okay. Can somebody share the screen? Minus n plus 8. Okay, share the screen, please. If not, I'm going to just wait here. Okay. Hello? Anyone?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Cepat, cepat, cepat.
It's minus n plus a, right, madam?
Minus n plus 8, yes. So just show to
Okay.
me how does it look like. I think this is very simple kan. Okay, if the
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
question, cuba. Let's discuss together because if I show to you, then you just agree with me. Okay, so
Is it like
we
this?
try to minus 8 plus minus n plus 8.
Plus 8, yeah.
Okay, minus n plus 8. Okay, why do you think that
Yeah.
is the signal?
Sorry, madam?
Why do you think that is the correct plot?
Because
explain
it's
it?
a RAM input, then if minus, which means it's a reverse, which means that upside down reverse,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's
Okay.
moved up for 8 times. So it will start with 8.
Okay. So meaning that the answer for 2D, what do you get? You have it crossing at 6, 7, and 8, right? So what do you get? The answer?
Oh dear, I think I doesn't done that.
So 6, 7, and 8. So but what you are writing is actually a continuous time signal now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget
time.
that you actually need to write out in discrete time signal. Okay.
Yeah.
So based on that, susah student. I think later on I off the camera. I'm a bit sleepy, so I don't want to show my face. So a bit sleepy right now. Okay, just share the screen. Can you see the screen? So let's look at the
Yes, madam.
how is the question, the answer for it. So we have minus n plus 8, okay? And then un minus 6 minus un minus 9. Okay? Very boring equation, Okay? So you have the first equation is 1 and the second one is number 2. You know that this one will be RAM. Okay, why? Because there's no bracket in the n value. Okay, and then this is a step. Okay, so as always, throw out the easy signal first. So you have n, so 0. So I'm going to just eyeball it. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then you have n minus 6 and n minus 9. So meaning that you have from n minus 6 is 1, 7 is 1, 8 is 1, and at 9 you start to have a 0 value. Okay, 5 also 0. Okay, this one is the second equation. So the first equation is that, of course, you can draw out the first equation first. So the second equation is, I would suggest that draw out also the same axis, 2, 3, 4. If you have at home, do you know your siblings, your younger siblings notebook for mathematics? You have the box there, so you can just use that. Easy for you to plot everything. So if you have for minus n plus 8. Okay, so minus n plus 8. If you cannot grasp what it is, okay, so just imagine that this is mx plus y. Okay, so mx plus y can. So what is the value? This value m is minus, so you know that it's going to be RAM like this, and plus 8 is the cross-sectional. So cross-sectional means that you have this value, the y-axis, you have 0, 1, 2, 3, until 8. Okay, so because it's minus x, you know that you're going to cross it at, oh, sorry, my hand 0. Oh, what happened? Wah, yeah. Sekejap go that again. Okay, we have 8, and that, oh man, sorry, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, betul tak ni? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh 5, missing 5 5, 6, 2, this is 2, 1, and 0. So you see that it's cross-sectional, and actually it continue until infinity. So it become -1, -2, -3. Of course, this one, if you see it, it's actually continue until 9. This is at -1 and until minus infinity. So this is the first equation. So how you get the answer is that you need 1 multiplied by 2. So as you see here, you know that from this point to this point is 0. There's no value here. Okay. No value here until 7. Okay. So you need to only multiply the value at the with part that you have 6 value. So you have 1 there at 6. 6 is you have 2. 7 you have 1. 7 you have 1 here. At 8 you have 0. So there's no value. So can you the group just now, was your answer correct? Sorry if I said wrong because I didn't I don't have the scheme, but anyway, you have 6 and 7. At 5 you have 0. At 8 you have 0. Okay, so you just plot directly 0 point, and then at 6 you have 1 times 2, you have 2. 1 times 1 you have 1. So do you get this answer group 1? Do you get this answer? Sorry. Group 1? Do you get this answer?
Yes,
Oh, dapat
yes.
okay. Yes, okay. So, correct lah tadi juga. Sorry if I said it's wrong. Can I look at your answer again? Okay, tak apa. I buka dah. D. -1 plus. Okay, correct lah. Even though it's the difficult way to answer it. Okay? But you know now, right now, there are multiple ways how to answer the question. Okay, thank you very much, group 4. So it's correct. In the end, it's correct. So we go to question 3. 3A. 3A. Okay, kejap. 3A siapa jawab ni? 3. 3-1 3-1-2-3. Same group Group 5. Group 5. Group 5. Group 5 siapa you guys pun tak ingat if you know that which group are you? Okay, Aminuddin, Nur Amira dengan Wong. So siapa nak volunteer? Aminuddin tak pernah jawab. Aminuddin pernah jawab. Nur Amira? Nur Amira? Nur Amira Nur Amira Aina. Ada tak? Nur Amira? Ada tak? Arina. Amira ke nama dia? Nur Amira Aina. Arina Amira lain Dalam ni ada nama Arina Amira. Is it a different person?
Lain doktor.
Oh, lain Okay. So Nur Amira tak ada. Nur Amira Aina tak ada. Sekejap saya panggil group member dia. Wong Wai Jian. Wong dah pernah jawab ke? Okay, pernah jawab juga. Okay, siapa nak jawab? Wong ke ataupun Aminuddin? Who want to offer to volunteer? Wong, Wai Jian or Aminuddin? Siapa? You can share your screen. Ada ke tak ni? Aduh, you guys. Normally if I do class at night if last time lah. Student dia very energetic but maybe I don't know you guys. Okay, mungkin ngantuk kot study Wong Waijen or Aminuddin? Aminuddin ada tak? Oh, Aminuddin tak ada. So tinggallah Wong Waijen. Wong Waijen? Ada. Wong?
Ada.
Oh, Haikal ada tanya ni. Oh, maybe we skip that question first. Oh, tak payahlah skip. Kita settlekan je. Okay? Settlekan. Kena ada cooperation daripada semua orang Kalau nak settlekan, nak skip nanti bila saya tak cover lah. Good luck for final exam. Macam tu je nanti. Okay? Wong, boleh share screen. Penyelamat untuk grup. Untuk
Soalan
grup 5
3.
Ya. You jawab soalan 3 kan? Untuk tutorial 2. Tutorial 1B.
Tapi saya tak siap. Ini bukan jawapan saya.
Ni bukan jawapan you. Lepas tu you tak siap, you tak buat. You tak siap je. Ayah. Kalau macam tu, macam mana nak discuss ni? Okay, kalau tak ada, anyone can offer themselves. They already did this question at home, even though you're not assigned to this. But I assume that, okay, all student it's like this. Okay, buka balik kamera lah. Ngantuk juga kan. Okay, it's like this for all student. Even though you are assigned for breakout session, last few discussion class, even though you are assigned according to breakout session group, certain group. But I hope that after finishing the class discussion, you go and do the question also. Okay, you don't know that one of the question is actually included in the final exam. Okay, I won't be doing the revision class if it's not in the final exam. I mean, it's not exactly in the final exam, but the concept will be there. So make sure that you cover everything. Don't only focus on your group breakout session, but check all of the question. Okay, and answer. Okay, the group member already upload in the YouLearn, the Padlet. So go and check it out. Okay. Okay. Any of you guys want to volunteer? Question 3. Because question 4 is also depending on question 3. And I'm going to, I need to discuss question 3 and 4 today. Okay. So, any volunteer? At least to plot graph for question 3. 3, 1. Okay. The question is not that difficult
Doctor, I think I can try.
Siapa tu? Okay.
Wong Waijen.
Okay. Try. Plot saja. Because
can I open his answer? Open the answer, then I explain on it.
You want me to open or you want to share your screen?
Yeah. I share the screen.
It's easy for you to share the screen lah. Okay. Okay. Mana tadi soalan notes.
Doctor, can you see
Okay, boleh nampak. Okay, so we try to explain lah. We see and check if it's correct. So can you start? Okay, explain for question 3.1 Okay.
3. So n is for the x-axis. So the 1, 3 and -1, 0 is for the amplitude. So you said n1 and 2, the amplitude is 1. So and -1 and 3 is amplitude +3, then -3 and 4 for -1. So this is the initial, then the n is in
modulus modular.
4.
More than 4 means that more than 4 and less than -4, it's 0 Okay, correct. For this 3-1, 3-1. Okay, 3-2.
V2 is for the time shifting.
Shifting, okay.
So from 0, start with 0, then you move to the right. So the 0 will be 2.
To the right,
Then we shift to the
Okay.
right. Then do the reversal because it's negative n. Then reverse
Then you get
the signal. We get this graph.
Okay, correct also.
This is for the
So hopefully, sekejap stop Wang jangan laju sangat. Okay, jangan macam kereta api Shinkansen kan. Jangan Shinkansen sangat. Okay, slow sikit. Okay, so if you see here the equation for 3-2. Okay, 3-1 you see 3-1. Can you go up a bit, Wang? 3-1 is that you're given an equation, xn, and then given a value of amplitude for a certain n value. So it's just very simple. Look at the amplitude given and then plot it according to the n value. Okay, so plot it. A very simple, direct question for plotting. Question 1. Okay, question number 2 is that you are given the equation, okay, which is also you have learned it in the continuous time is similar. You have the time transformation and the time transformation in this case. So you have x minus n minus 2. So you know that there are two types of transformation, which is the time shifting, which is n is shifted to the right by 2. And then you know that you have a time reversal. Because why? You have minus n there. Okay. And there is no scaling factor. Okay. So what the group did was to shift first. Because as mentioned, please use method 1. Method 1 is what? Do the time shifting, then only do the scaling or reversal. So the group do the time shifting, shift it all to the right side by 2. And then reverse it, flip it at the n equal to 0, then you will get this last plotting, which is the bottom part. Okay, so correct. Okay, next 3 is to plot the even and odd.
The odd. Yes.
Okay, ada jawapan? Ada?
Ada.
Ada. Okay, ada odd. So let's see.
So this is the odd signal.
Odd signal, even signal?
This is an even signal.
Do you have, do you make it the equation? Where is the equation? Do you have the equation and also the block diagram to actually sum everything and divide the amplitude? Do you have that?
I think no, because this is my teammate answer, not my answer. I think
I nak tengok macam mana dia buat ni. Itu amplitude.
Do you add the amplitude or the overlap? Because you do the odd with it, you overlap the signal, then here it's become positive 4. Before that, at negative 1 is positive 3.
Wait, the question is, okay, the question is, you see the question you kena read carefully. The question is that, based on signal xn tau. Kalau what you are explaining is that based on signal yn, xn is which signal? The original signal, the one plotted in question x1. 3-1. Okay? The original question here. Okay? Based on this original question, then you need to do the odd and even. So like I mentioned in during the continuous time signal equation revision, make sure that you write out the equation of odd and even signal. Okay? Even when you write out that equation, you will get marks. I at least give you like marks, 0.5 marks. Okay? Without that marks, if you plot wrongly, then there's no marks at all. Okay, so and then for this group it's missing. Actually, I would like to say that the answer is wrong. Okay, wrong. I'm a bit hard for me to check which part is wrong, but students should actually write out the equation. Okay, so okay, you can unshare, Wang. Okay, thank you. I'm going to just Wang Wai Jian, just going to explain very fast, but not going to answer full. Student you can do it at home. I mean, later lah, you are at home already, eh? Okay, so, we go to... Okay, the question, okay, is plot for x even. Okay, x even equation is 1/2. You know that you have xn, and then you have plus x minus n. Okay, so this is the equation. You can actually plot x and x inverse of that n value from the original equation. Okay, draw that xn value. Okay, draw that x minus n, remember, and then add that up. Okay, do that, just do that very simple steps. So you get x even, okay. So this one you're going to add it up, then x even, after you plot that, you get 2xe even. Then you are going to divide whatever amplitude by 2. Okay, so you get the answer. Same goes to x odd. So x odd is that you have x odd, and the difference is that you have minus over here. Okay, so this one will be the same equation. So roughly try to do that at home. The answer, I think you should be able to actually compare with your friend. By now, I think you can be able to communicate with your friend. You have already a few breakout session, and in the Telegram, as I've already shared before, in Telegram is not only the way for me to communicate to you, okay, to student, but student also can communicate between them. So I think you can just click on whichever person that you want to talk to, and then send that message. Okay, you just talk. Did you do this question? You know that in the group, whatever group task that I give you in Padlet, you can just directly PM them privately, ask them, can you just I want to compare the answer. So can we just meet up in Google Meet? Okay, Google Meet kan, you very free kan, you already have Gmail. Then you can just meet up in Google Meet and discuss the answer. So try to do that. I think it will be very interesting discussion. Okay, so that will be in question 3. Question 4. Last group before we go to convolution, since we don't have time. Question 4. Mana? Question 4, group 6. Group 6. Teng Zingmun or Trisha or Abdullah. So who want to volunteer? Trisha boleh? Trisha? Trisha never volunteer. Trisha, are you there? Tak ada. Trisha tak ada. Okay, Trisha not here. Teng Zungmun. Teng Zungmun dah pernah. Abdullah. Oh, Abdullah pun dah. But so who want to volunteer here? Abdullah or Teng? Teng ada tak? Oh, Teng tak ada. Abdullah? Tak ada juga. Okay. No one want to volunteer then. Okay, so I'm going to volunteer. Whoa, I'm going to volunteer myself. Okay. So, can you look at the screen? Do you see the screen? Can you see my screen?
No, doctor.
Oh, no. Jap. Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Alright. Okay, so the question is simple. Using the signal of xn in equation 3, determine the equation of f2 in figure 4 and then plot the signal of f2n. Okay, so wait I'm just going to copy that question. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's look at the question. So using the the plot in question 3, xn just now, determine the equation of f2n. So you have f2, what is this plotting? And plot for, what is that? And plot for signal of x2n. Okay. So, right now looks not that difficult. So what you need to do is that, look at the block diagram. Looks complicated, but don't worry, don't actually panic. So write out what is the equation f1n. So f1n, okay, is equivalent to 3, you have amplitude times xn. Okay? Then you know, oh, f1 is n. So right now, what is f2? f2 is f1n minus 2. So minus 2, because you have plus minus 2, so 2. So you write again the equation, you have 3xn minus 2. Oh, so it looks like it's a very simple equation. So you need to have only the xn value. Okay, and then the rest is just amplitude scaling and shifting. Okay, so if I were to I look at the question. Minus 1, minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to use this group punya plotting. Okay. Okay, this one is signal xn. So this one is xn. Okay. So what you need to do is that you're going to multiply by 3, the value. Okay. So if I were to multiply by 3, okay, I'm actually a bit lazy to draw out. So I'm just multiply everything, the amplitude by 3. So I get 9, 3, 3. Then you get minus 3 and minus 3. The rest will be 0 at the other point. Okay. And then you know that you have a shifting, kan? So minus 2 means that each of this graph is being shifted down. So whatever amplitude that you have here, okay, n value is fixed, you're going to shift the amplitude down. So minus 2. So minus 3, minus 2 down, so you get, okay, minus 5. 9 minus 2, 7. 3 minus 2, 1. 3 minus 2, 1. Okay, 9 minus 2, 7. And minus 3, shift down, you get minus 5. Okay, so in the end, okay, you get this answer. 7, 1, 1, 7, and minus 5 at this value. Okay, so this is the final answer without me drawing the sketches. Okay, so I hope that is a very quick answer. Okay, and looks difficult for that question just now, question 4 kan, but it's really not difficult if you understood the question. So anyone still confused on question 4 just now? Anyone still confused? If no, I think since we already finished, okay, I think for chapter 1 just now is already finished on the revision. Now I'm going to go to chapter 2, the tutorial. I think most of the students already uploaded. Okay, so okay, can we just take a break? Okay, maybe our class won't finish at 10:30. Can I just get a comment from student? Is it okay if I take a break and then we continue maybe at 10:30? break first break first, pergi toilet ke, minum coffee ke. Then we continue at 10:30 until 11. Is it okay with you guys? If not, we are going to make another class revision for chapter 2 So is it okay with you guys? Can you answer that in the chat? Or just unmute your mic?
Whether you can just continue the class.
I can continue. I want to continue. I'm actually a bit tired I have one
Oh, okay.
full day. I have full day meeting at from 8 to 5. So actually my head is like bursting right now. You look at my face lah, okay? I can open my eyes can we just take a break? Okay?
Yeah.
10:30 Sorry just kesian lah pada I Okay, 10:30 but I still want to give a revision class to you guys. So 10:30 kita come back Okay? Okay? Okay. Right. Okay, everybody already taken coffee or whatever. Okay. Not one. Okay, so we'll continue for the tutorial 2. Okay, I have selected the group the important question to be discussed. So I'm going to call upon group 9 or group 9. Question 9. Okay, question 9 you have actually I want to see what is the final answer only. So question 9 is group question 9 is group 1 and 2. So let me ask question 9, group 1 and group 2. So A and B. Okay. Okay. A, I assume everybody can do that. So I'm going to just ask student to explain B and C. So group 1. Group 1. Okay. Tan Zihui, Wong, Waijan and Famel. So who want to volunteer?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Share your screen. Who's there?
Tan.
Tan apa? Zihui
Yeah.
I sampai
For
boleh
the
ingat nama
tutorial,
student Asyik panggil nama
For
sama je. Okay. So share for answer for question 9B because A I think I
yeah.
assume that everybody can do that. So question 9B
Okay. Yeah. So I do it together.
Okay. Let's look.
So for 9B, it's a convolution integral for continuous time signal. So I shift the Hn. I think it's Hn. I'm not remember the question. So I think it's Hn. Then after shifting, then I will look for which part when t equals to how many, which will intercept with the xn.
This one is
So and then
question B or C?
sorry,
B and
B or
C.
C.
You're answering for B or C?
I think it's B.
Are you sure it's B? B, if you read the question, okay, just show that question. So, the first question, A is find the mathematical equation lah. So, that one is very simple kan. So, you just use the step input, just divide it, okay. Just subtract that. Okay, B is, if you read carefully, assume that the two systems are connected in parallel. Okay, as shown in question 9A. Okay, these two questions in parallel. Plot the equivalent impulse response HE as shown in figure. I'm not sure. It's not given 9D, right? Is it given in the question?
I can't find the Q9D.
I also cannot find it. Sorry. But anyway, imagine that it asks you to plot that in parallel. What's the difference between parallel and for C? For question C is that plot the equivalent impulse response function for cascade connection. So what's the difference between parallel and cascade? What's the difference?
It's a sum and one is multiply, one is sum.
Okay. So which one is multiply? Which one is sum?
Parallel is sum.
Sum.
Cascade is multiply.
Okay. So you are answering for question 9B kan? So it should be
Yes.
sum. Okay. So can
Yeah,
you
sum.
show your answer?
Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, I think I just do the
You buat
convolution
C kan?
integral.
You buat convolution, right?
Yeah.
You answer
I
convolution
tak buat
actually.
plus.
You answer for the C part sebenarnya. Okay, so if convolution,
cascade
if
convolution.
you were doing the convolution, let me see if your answer is correct. So you get -1, at -1 you get 0. At 0 point you get what value Apa amplitude tu? 1 or 2? The amplitude at 0. The graph there. The
what?
graph yang bawah tu.
Oh
The
yeah,
graph.
this one zero
What is
is
the value?
2.
Right.
It's
Make
2.
sure that you write the amplitude. So it's 2. 2.
Oh, okay.
And then at 1 is 2. And then
Yeah.
okay. So I see that if the question was to find out what is the convolution of H1 and H2, this one supposed to correct lah. Okay. But
Yeah.
if I were to mark your answer right now, get 0 marks lah. Because you're not answering the question. Question is, the system is in parallel. Parallel means that you have one block up here, one block down here. So means that it at H1 plus H2. So you just sum the signal. So I think you can just do that for all the students. Just sum it up so that will get the signal. Okay, but for C, I think you're answering for C question. So C, the answer is correct for this value. So group. Okay, thank you for group 1. So group 2, did you get the same answer? Okay, thank you. Group 2, did you get the same answer? For 9C. Where's group 2 Group 2. Group 2. Syakirin, Natasha dengan okay, I see that their answer mana? Senyap je group ni. Mana group member dia? Okay, so if you look at the answer, this is for group 2. Okay, same thing. Okay, let me just see what they did for tutorial 9A. Okay, they get the equation. Okay, and then for 9B, yeah, this is correct. For 9B, if you see here, how the group do is that the question is that calculate for the HT if it's in parallel. So in parallel, so it means that you add up, then you get this equation. Okay, so that's correct. Okay, for C, it's convolution, same thing. The student did the same thing and then they get the same answer. So it's correct. Group 1 and group 2 is correct. Okay, now we go next to question 11. Question 10. So question 10 is G3. So can I have group 3? Group 3. This one. Okay, group 3. Who's the member? Tadi siapa jawab Just now? Who answer for group 1? Tan Zihui
Yes, madam, yes.
Oh, okay. Tan Zihui. Group 3 Haikal, Arina dengan Wong. Haikal ada tak?
Yes, ada.
Okay, Haikal, can you explain the answer?
Sure.
Haikal ni Muhammad Haikal ke?
Yes, ada, yes.
Okay. Share screen
Okay.
Boleh? Boleh share?
Boleh.
Okay, so jom kita tengok jawapan. Okay. So, question
yang
10 A
Yang 10 A ni, this is impulse function. Right. So u plus 1, which is 1 here, and minus, which is the inverse of n minus 1. This is this.
Okay. Okay, correct. Next, B.
Okay. The next one is almost the same. This is n minus 1 here, plus n plus 1, which is here, and then minus n, which is n plus 0, which is here. So
yang minus
really
1 tu Okay. Make sure Haikal, when you draw out the answer, you know, you see that minus 1 tu hampir tak nampak It seems like macam ada, macam tak ada kan. So if you want to draw like this, you do not need to draw the FN, the y-axis with the arrow up tu, tak perlu. Especially for discrete time because later it will be confusing. Are you actually plotting upward or downward Okay. Next.
Okay, thank you. Okay, C. So I pecahkan. But I buat yang n dulu. Which is tak include negative 2. I buat n dulu. And then baru I includekan negative 2 tu kat bawah ni. So the first one is NU n minus 2, which is starting from 2 here. And minus 5, starting from 5. And then baru I include negative 2, which is line tu akan cross section dekat bawah ni, negative 2. So yang ni akan start from 2 lah. So cross section kat sini.
So the question is that you need to plot u n minus 2. Okay, like I just mentioned just now for tutorial 1B Okay, if you look at the equation, you have two parts. We have the first one is the unit step n. Okay, step input, and then you have the ramp, which is shifting. Okay, so if I were to draw out, I will see that I have the unit step between between 2 to 4, right? So I already know that the answer is wrong for the final answer.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Faham tak?
Okay.
I already know the answer is wrong because why?
I edit tadi. I edit one just now. Sebab salah tengok. Okay. Wait.
Boleh edit yang betul. Okay, so I boleh tengok terus dia salah jawapan sebab you need step input. You nampak tak step input dia from n minus 2 until n minus 5. Sepatutnya yang the rest is 0 So impossible you get that value
This is 5. Yeah. I dah edit this thing. I forgot. Until 4. Patutnya sini je.
Okay, the rest?
Right.
Until 4 saja kan? 5 dengan 6 tu kosong
Yep. Betul. Kat buku lain baru betulkan tadi. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, nampak tak? Okay, this method is student they use the method yang difficult tu lah. You expand kan? You expand kan jadi n, and then you tolak pula kan? Compared to the one that I show just now.
Saya salah tak? Saya salah. Yang ini saya pergi move kan, which is actually ini adalah cross section, which is sepatutnya kat sini kan, maksudnya dekat negative 2 ni. Tapi I movekan di signal pula ke hadapan. Macam time shift. Yeah, so that's kat sini kat buku dah betul kan.
Okay, so the correct question, the correct answer down here is actually at 2 you have 1 amplitude 1. At 2 you have 0. At 3 you have 1, and at 4 you have 2 and the rest value is 0. Okay, so make sure that you can either use this method, Aikal, and you can use the method that I showed just now. Okay, in the tutorial 1B. Okay, for the other student lah. Mic got problem. Cool. My mic or what? Or Koh? Okay, maybe Koh punya code. Okay, thank you for that group 3. Next, we go to group 4. 11. Question 11A. 11, we have a few. 11, we have few question kan? 11A, 11B, 11C. Okay. Since I think most of it are almost same lah. Okay, I would say that B and C is easy because it's just a constant value kan, dia punya signal tu. So, I'm going to ask group that answer 11A because the one of the signal is RAM signal. So 11A, I would like group 4. Group 4.
Yes, Doktor.
Okay, boleh share screen.
Okay, Doktor.
Okay. Siapa ni tadi? Siapa ya ni?
Muhammad Rizwan.
Muhammad Ridwan. Okay.
Okay, so for question 11, so the question is on the right side. So for the HN, the plotting of this is 1. So I assume this is 0.5. So for the RAM, 0 until 5. Okay, so here is the answer. Okay, so for the answer, I use the convolution sum since both of these graph is the discrete signal. So I put this equation, the summation infinite xn times hn and minus k. So here is the table, the key table that I made. So after that, I plotted it to this graph.
Okay. So I already checked the answer while we have the break just now. So the answer is correct. So if I were to give the mark to Haikal, ke yang jawab ni Haikal?
No, Rizwan.
Haikal pula dah. Ridwan. Sorry. Haikal yang tadi Ridwan
Okay,
Ridwan, this is your answer?
Yeah,
Your answer ke orang lain punya answer?
It is mine.
Yours, Okay, if I were to give this mark, you will get full mark lah. Okay, you have plotted everything clearly, xn, hn, and then you write out the equation, and then you write out all the table down there, the table that you draw from k minus 5 until k plus 2 too, okay? And then after you draw it out, you do all the calculation from k minus 1, k minus 2 until 5. And then after that, you plot the question down, the plotting down there. So, everything is correct. So, okay, very good. Full mark. If I were to give mark, then get full mark lah. Okay. So,
I have question.
What is it?
When I do this question, it takes me a lot of time when doing it. Can you give any tips for how to increase the speed when finishing the working solution?
Okay, how long did you take to do this? How long did it
about 25 minutes because I need to make sure all of this table is exactly correct lah before I do the summation of all of this.
Yeah, correct. So if 20 minutes, I think it should be okay. That's the fastest lah to actually do it one time, and then you need to check kan. So 20 minutes because this type of question normally the marks, okay, it's like if in final exam question if this were final exam question 2 convolution kan. So this part alone is actually 20 marks. Okay, 20 marks. Okay, so memang you will need you ada how many hours? You have 3 hours kan. So 3 hours is how many minutes? About 60 minutes times 3 hours, you have 180 minutes. Okay, you do the calculation lah, divide by 4 question kan. So roughly one question you have 45 minutes. Okay, so I think I would say that 20 minutes to do this type of question should be because it's tough lah I would say. The answer is long macam it's similar to midterm exam kan. It's not difficult. Just that you need to there are a lot of checking that you need to make sure that that is correct kan. So so it's ample time for one question, 45 minutes. I would say that is good enough lah. If you did it within 30 minutes, then you do a checking plus checking, roughly about 5 to 10 minutes checking. So to actually reduce the time for checking, that's why you need to write out all of the steps. So that when you check, you directly just, okay, tick, everything is correct. Then you just double check with the equation that you calculate on the right side there. If you don't write out all of the steps, then you have trouble to even check. You kena redo again the whole process, like 20 more minutes to actually check again kan, because you didn't do the steps. Okay, so reduce checking is by first time draw write out all of the table, the equation. First time tu memang kena make it full. Alright, that's my tips lah. Okay, so thank you
Okay.
group 4. Okay, now 11B and C is easy kan? Okay, I assume student can do it on their own. That's very simple. We go to question 12A because that's the critical one. 12A. So 12A is group 7. Group 7. Mana group 7 ya? Okay, group 7 ya. Abdallah, Ruz Luqman dengan Muhammad Zul Hakimi. Who want to volunteer? Abdallah, Ruz Luqman dengan Muhammad Zul Hakimi. Ada tadi. Ada ke tak ni? Dah tidur. Ruz Luqman. Ruz Luqman ke tadi nama? Dah makin tak ada orang ni. 21 orang ni.
Saya boleh dulu.
Mana? Siapa tu? Siapa tu? Boleh share screen? Zal Hakimi ke?
Yes.
Macam you dah jawab tadi. Tapi tak apa. Okay, Zul Hakimi.
Kejap.
Muhammad, mana tadi? Nama Muhammad Zul Hakimi
Yes, saya.
Okay. A.
Itu 12A.
Hmm.
So the question asks for us to do the operation right here. This was signal is the given signal. So this is H1, H2. We need to do the.
What's the question What was the question?
The question.
You need to explain first the question since not all students did this question So apa yang diminta
Yeah.
Okay, you are given two signal kan? H1 and H2. So for question 12A ni, okay. Dah share ke? It's starting to share the screen.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Siapa yang gelak pula tu? Zul Hakimi, tak nampak lah apa-apa. Dia masih tengah share screen ke? Masih tengah share screen ke? Guys. Zul Hakimi. Dah tak ada dah. Saya ke yang lagging Am I the one who are lagging here?
Doctor. Kimi is having a problem because his laptop is doesn't charge and suddenly is turned off.
Okay. Any group member? The rest of the group member? I mean, where's the group member Rus pun tak ada tadi Abdallah pun dah hilang. Abdallah tak ada, Rus pun tak ada. Okay, if like that. Sekejap I tengok apa soalannya tadi. Okay, that one is very simple question. So I just share my screen lah. Okay, to compensate, wait for siapa? Hakimi. Hakimi nanti lambat pula. Kita nak tidur dah ni. Share screen. Okay, so the question. Let me just show you what was the question. Okay, this is question. So you are given two signal, H1 and H2. Okay, it's like this. Okay, the question is that if these two signal system are connected in parallel, as shown, okay, in this figure. Okay, so determine the impulse response HE for parallel system equivalent to response of function of the HE function. So basically, what it asks is, it looks complicated, the question, but actually not complicated. So read carefully. Every time when you read the question, read carefully. Okay, so in parallel, this is shows in parallel. Okay, determine the impulse response HE for the parallel system. So actually what it asks is that it asks you to get this equation. So if I were to write this out, okay, so you have Yn, you have Xn. So HE is actually this. And oh, sorry, my handwriting. Okay, HE. So HE. Find out what is HE. So you know that HE is actually at this point. HE. Okay. So HE is the summation of these two signals. So just add up the signals. So let's look at the group 7 answer. Okay. So group 7 answer. Okay. So you have these two questions, these two plotting. Then you just add up. Okay, at -4 plus at this -4 is no value kan. So you have 1. So we starting at -5 lah. -5 you have 1. And then next is what else? The -4 plus at -4 you have 1. Next is you have -3, 2. Okay, and the rest is 0. 0 in between here, 2, 3, you have 0 value. That's why you see that here, okay, between -3 to 3, you get a 0 value. Then next, what you find is that 3. So plus 3, 1, 1. So you just add up the two signal. Okay. I would suggest that when you do this, just write out in parallel. The first signal up on top, second signal on top. You just add it up, then you will get the second, this last signal. So this is correct for question 12A, the answer. Next is group 8. Group 8. Can you share your answer? Group 8. Last kita nak tutup kedai dah. Group 8. Chong, Jia, Kwan.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Justin. Okay, siapa? Please share your screen. Siapa tu? Chong or Justin?
Saya. Yes. Chong.
Chong. Okay, Chong.
Hai Chong.
Hi.
Ha? Apa hai? You hai kat siapa? Hai kat I ke hai kat Chong?
Chong.
Okay. Chong. Chong, dah share belum?
Dah.
Okay, so let's look at the question. Explain first what was the question and what you supposed to do.
Okay, wait. Question.
Open Zoom sikit. Okay.
So the question requests us to do the Q11, Q11C. So we need to times the H1 and H2 to get the HET. Okay, so here is the signal for Hn, H1 and H2. So this is the discrete time, so we need to do the convolution sum. Okay, so in order to do the convolution sum, we need to I convert the H2, which means to reverse the H2, and then try to move the H2 on the H1.
Can you share your answer?
So yeah. Wait, how to zoom in?
Tu atas tu ada plus. Mana Mana yang plus Tak ada
Ada tak? View. Wait ah.
View full post tu? Is it possible?
View full post.
Okay.
Nampak tak?
Boleh lah.
Wait. Wrong question.
Or if you have your original, the one that you scan just now, you can open that.
Ada.
Tak payah Padlet lah. Padlet ni untuk for the upload kan, but you can open the original one.
Wait lah. Wait lah, I stop sharing first. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay,
So,
go up. Yeah.
as I mentioned just now, hash1 times hash2 equal to hash e. Then we need to do the convolution sum. Okay. Now I reverse the hash2, which is 5 and -5, and convert still the same. And then I start to move the hash2 to find the first point to overlap the hash1.
Which
So I
one is
start to
H1 and H2
hash1 is
This one is the product that you're showing right now is H1 or H2
combined. Both graph is combined.
Oh, you already combine
Yeah. Combine both. So for the 5, -5 and 5 is hash2. For the others is hash1.
Okay. You ikut siapa punya pengajaran ni?
I skip some step lah.
Yalah, you skip steps. So many steps you skip kan? But anyway, okay, tak apalah. Okay,
Yeah.
just go down. I think you just calculate directly, congak dalam otak kot. And then you come up with the final
Ada.
answer Okay, so go
Yeah,
down.
I did not draw the table.
Basically, I think just now, what 1% Haikal ke Hakimi tadi kot yang buat the full table kan? Okay, it's possible do like that. But if you answer like this, if it's correct, then get full mark lah. But if not correct, then unfortunately, it directly get 0 marks at point yang tak ada point lah. Okay, which there is no, this incorrect Okay, but anyway, the final answer is correct lah. Okay, I saw that the graph, I look at the final graph only, and then it's correct. And I assume that because you don't actually put the equation kan, the table, but I assume that you do the equation correctly but hopefully for final exam, make sure that you write out all of the steps reason why, because I know some of you guys are actually living in same house together with another friends so if I find out the answer is exactly the same, so maybe both will actually be deducted marks so possible write out the full answer. Okay, I think okay, I just want to share a bit. Okay, thank you siapa ni tadi Chong thank you Chong.
Okay,
So
thank you,
can
madam.
I just
Thank you,
share
Chong.
I just share screen right now? Share. Where? No. Alamak. Okay, can you see the screen? I'm going to actually copy this. Wait. Okay, I give you one example lah. Okay, I'm going to give you this example because this is a common question that we discuss in class, right? So let's say, okay, it doesn't matter if it's continuous time or discrete time, okay? It doesn't matter if it's either continuous time or discrete time, okay? And for example, Wait there. Okay, for example, if okay, in a question lah, let's assume that okay, in a final exam, you're given this type of question. You actually have a H3 and H4. Okay, your xn value is in front here. Okay, so it asks you, okay, find the xn value using convolution. Using convolution. It doesn't state that convolution. It doesn't state that it's asking either convolution or sum or integral. So you need to know that either need to use convolution sum or integral. So sum if you have a discrete time and so convolution sum. Okay, so if you're given this type of question, you're given H1, signal H2, H3, H4, and also Xn. Okay, in front. So how do you think? How do you actually calculate for Yn? How do you calculate? Anyone can share? How will you answer this question? How to calculate convolution of Yn? So anyone? Can you just unmute your mic or you just answer in the chat? Cannot see? Cannot see ke? Boleh kan? How do you answer this type of question? Anyone? Any idea how? Guys? Okay.
Do we do the convolution sum one by one or not? Is it? Don't know. It's so long.
Yeah, it's so long. That's why you have lots of marks for some of the question. Okay, so yeah, correct. Who's that just now? Who answered that?
It's me, Haikal. Yeah.
Who answered the question just now?
Haikal tak?
Haikal. Okay, good. Yeah, that's the correct answer. Okay, what you need to do is that, okay, my pen is not working right now. So I'm just going to use my mouse. Sorry for that. So how you are going to do that is that first you need to do the convolution for I cannot use that. You need to use the pen. Okay, you need to do the convolution for this part first. So means that x and convolve with H3n. Okay? After you get this, then you need to convolve with H4n. Okay? So meaning that first is that do the convolution for this. Okay? Second is that after getting the that plotting, first plotting, then you need to convolve this. Okay? That value with the next value. Then next is that you convolve with this one H4 and then H1 and okay. So means that after getting the answer, then convolve again with another set of plotting, which is H1. And then lastly, convolve with H2n. Okay? Then you will get what is the convolution for Yn. Okay? So you cannot actually draw one line, everything, and then you have the x value here, H3 value, you have H4 value, you have H1 value, and then you have H2 value. Okay, you cannot do that. Means that put everything inside here, then you want to actually then you actually shift xn. No, you can do that. You need to do one by one. You need to do this convolution first. After this, getting this convolution, then convolve with the next one, then convolve with the next one, then convolve with the next one. So you imagine that how many convolution you need to do. Of course, when you have this type of question, the plotting or the graph, the signal that is given will not be that long. Means that the n value will be short lah. Okay, not too long. So just bear in mind that maybe this type of question will actually appear, or even for the discrete time or the continuous time signal. Okay, so I think that will be all for today. We have basically cover everything for revision chapter 2. Okay, so in the Yulen, okay, I mentioned that next class, because I actually kind of busy this even though it's study week. Study week is not busy for student, but for lecturer myself, I'm quite busy because I'm actually at the unit latihan giving courses to lecturer for academician, for research and so on. So courses. So basically, I'm not free during the tomorrow is what? Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. I'm free only after Friday at night. Unfortunately, that is the time only I'm free. So next chapter 3 will be the revision will be on Friday night. And then chapter 4 and 5, I'm not sure. May I know? Okay, for your information, for your signal system exam, your exam will be on what day? 16 July, correct? 16 July at 2:15, right? 2:15 petang 2:15 in the afternoon. So for 3 hours So you means that your paper will be actually in the last paper kan? Last paper So may I know the first paper that you have, when is the date? So that I can set for the time for the next revision. Maybe I need to cover it during weekend also. When is your first?
8 July.
8 Julai. Oh, lambat lagi 8 Julai, hari Khamis. 8 Julai. The rest of the student, this is for BEKM
Yeah, lepas 8 Julai, 11 July.
11.
And then 16 July.
16?
13.
13. And
then 15.
15?
And then yours, 16.
Okay, means that my paper is almost like crammed up with the other subject kan? So make sure that study early Okay, study early. And okay, you have your first exam on it. How about the BEKG student When is your BEKG 4th year? I think the one that taking my class is 4th year. 5th July first paper.
Yes.
5th July.
Wow.
Oh yeah, 5th July, Isnin So what paper is that?
High voltage.
Oh, high voltage Okay.
Yeah, high voltage.
Anyway, I think I still need to cram in the revision somewhere in between, because I cannot make it during the weekday. Unfortunately, on Friday night only I can make it in the first next revision. So maybe I need to cover it in weekend on Saturday maybe. So I think by hook or by crook I need to cover it by Saturday, because the BEKG student need to concentrate on the final exam the other subject Okay, so anything I will inform in the Telegram Okay, so that will be all from me. So thank you very much. We actually like almost 3 hours doing the revision, but I hope that student actually learn something from today revision So that's all from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Okay, Radha.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, Radha.
Alright, bye. Sleep tight.
Thank you so much, Yoga.